Welcome to the Avani Beta Hills, about 100 kilometers away from Bangalore in Karnataka, India. Well, I'm Dr.Sas. I've come here with my son Rishabh, who is a birder, and I thought let me also go and see the kind of the vegetation. There's some particular hills is more than thousands of years of old, and there is a temple here, what known as Avani temple. Avani means earth, and it is said that Ma Sita was here and who gave birth to love and Kush in this hill. It took me many as 125 steps, and the rocks have been made into the stairs, and then there are the rocks which have been used for the stairs. And to speak the vegetation has survived since a long time. So there's a kind of a botanical history in the scrub vegetation of South India, typical of the forest type of South India. You can see here the species like Flacotia that is occurring, and there is a you can see the small plant that is of Annona escumosa, and what is known as custard apple. And custard apple is naturally occurring in many parts of South India. And I also wanted to see whether it has reached to such rocky hilltops. And I find even the lantana had made entry to this. So lantana goes as high as of any feature. Let me go up and to show you here a closer look of the vegetation, and the Epitorium odoratum, what is known as chromalinum, has come up here. There's a member of Rutaceae, and there is a succulent euphorbia, and this is typical of South India. You can see that it is how it is twisted, the whole one. And it has got the white latex that shows that this belongs to euphorbia, whereas different from the latex that has got, so that euphorbia is a member. If there is no latex, it could be cactus, but it is not so. Let me closer to show you here, if I could show you the white latex here. Look how this is. Here, the white latex, which speaks, identifies it. It's a euphorbia. And then there is hyptis, what is known as Ban Tulsi. Find it. It is very aromatic in the sense, and it has got the typical of the inflorescence that we see in case of Lamiaceae or Labiaceae. And yeah, in the back, you can see Jatropha crocus. And Jatropha crocus is a biofuel producing, fruit yielding plant that grows wild, whereas in many parts of India this is planted by the forest department and other organizations. And this is how you see the landscape of this. I'll just walk to the stairs, and you'll find this has followed me from the below. The another one is also going with only 3 legs, one leg is injured. And just see, yeah, that is how the formation has occurred. And I was discussing with my son how it might have occurred. Can you think of what I believe? This was all under sand and soil for very long. Weathering started, and there was a heavy wind, and flew down the sand and soil, leaving behind the rock wherever it is. So it is, I will say, from the gravitational force where it was from the beginning. This area, for the past, say 9th century, or you can say in the 10th century, this was developed into a kind of temple with stairs. But most interesting thing that I find, the vegetation remains intact here. And you just see here, this is what is a custard apple plant were growing here. So this shows the plant has survived and they have got a cub. Oh, what happened? Oh, no. They're just following us. And you just see here that this is how the repertorium is coming up. So, look at the lantana plant. Just see, let me pluck and show you. Look, yeah. So lantana is also coming up. I can see on my way some grass and with a shining brown color of the inflorescence, and that is Brahmas. And see here, this is the plant that I will call Kanju, or in northern India that's called Holopetelia. And this plant has survived. And this speaks of, may occur in those dry situations. So this part of South India in hills, is rain deficient, and these plants have survived beside the weeds like Hippodorium and Lantana. And let me show you this here. This is the grass that you can see here, the brown shining, and you just see here, this is how is shining is a Brahmas species, and it has survived there. So visiting this spot is also to work on how plants are surviving under so much climate variability. And watch out this, they are all following me. Come, my baguette.